Okay, happy Monday, everyone. Thanks for hopping on. I know we have some people doing bedtime routine, but thank you guys so much for listening. So today, new month, happy April, you guys, happy April, already April 3rd, right? Yeah. So jumping into April, and we're going to talk about goal setting. We have some major celebrations also. So I want to just take a quick minute to recognize some people. First of all, yes, Shen, celebrate first. Absolutely. We added 61 new VIPs to our team in March, which is amazing. So that comes from all of you guys sharing so consistently, so passionately. So I just think that's awesome. Congratulations, guys. A lot of people added new customers, helped friends. It was amazing. We also had 4 rank ups. And so I just want to shout out these awesome ladies. Tabitha and Fern hit gold, which is a huge deal. So congratulations, you guys. Love. So excited for you guys. Worked so hard. Both of them just was like, this is the month, and made it happen. So I'm so proud of you guys. Gold is a huge, huge deal. So congratulations to them. And Tina McElroy and Holly Harrington hit silver. So congratulations to them. So exciting. So exciting to see the growth on our team. Woohoo. So I had to shout those people out. We also had multiple people earn the iPads, and I should have wrote these down, but I know Danielle earned it. Shannon earned it. Nicole earned it. Who else? Tabitha earned it.
You, Brittany.
I earned it. Am I missing anybody? Okay. I'm sorry if I am. Shout yourself out. Shout yourself out. But that's amazing. And just, yeah, adding 6 people is a huge deal, or adding 3 and helping 1 rank up. So congratulations to everyone. It was truly like a really super fun month. And just to give you guys a heads up, right? We always talk about like, when is momentum coming? Typically March through July is our highest momentum time on this team. And now that we're 5 years in, like it's consistent, like those are the months. So if you want to like jump in on the momentum train, now is the time. Like now through July, that's like our really, really busy, exciting, high recruitment time. Plus with our April challenge, it's just like all the things aligning. So really exciting, but I'm going to stop talking for a minute because I have to shout out someone else here who's going to share with us for a few minutes tonight. And that is Danielle. And she's so awesome that even though she's not feeling great, she still is on here. So thank you, Danielle. Danielle has just shown incredible resilience, and not even to tell the whole story, but just instead of quitting, she decided that it was worth it to rebuild her team, and basically has been doubling her points every month since October. And so I'm just super proud of her. She earned the iPad last month, and she's just been stretching her comfort zone, setting specific goals, and just showing up and making them happen. And there's so much behind the scenes that you guys don't know that just, I have to tell you that she is amazing. So I asked Danielle if she would just share with us for a few minutes tonight before we jump into goal setting. So Danielle, go ahead, girl.
All right. So thank you for having me on. I promise I'm really actually excited about earning the iPad. I'm just like feeling a little bit like death wormed over right now. But so yeah, like Brittany had shared, I've had a couple of ebbs and flows in my business. And I think that's really important that people know that it's not always going to be like this upward trend. And so when I first started, I ranked senior silver, and then my whole kind of team dipped a little bit and I started over then. And then this past summer, I was all the way up to 76 points, I think was my high. And then my team dipped to 12 points. And that is a very humbling experience. And so that was what Brittany was talking about, where I had to kind of make that decision to either quit or to start over again. And I did decide to start over again because I just felt like it was worth it. You know, I had already cut the vision, and the team is just so, motivational and really just has your back. And so thank you to all of you guys who were cheering me on behind the scenes. I know some of you guys knew what was going on, so I really appreciate that as well. And yeah, this month I just, for March, I was coming off of high school gymnastics season. I was crazy busy like all winter long, and I just decided March, I was going to really give it my all. And I did some goal setting with my uplines and made the lists, and I just followed up on those people over and over and over again, and I really kind of poured into them all month long, and it all came to fruition. Like there was some surprises. I did a couple share carts with people that were old VIPs and had dropped out, and so I caught 2 people back. That way I shared samples with my general practitioner. Yes, so I did a share cart with him, and he's super excited to learn more about it, because there are a couple other patients that are other Plexus clients or customers. And so he's been kind of hearing all the buzz about that. So I'm excited to see where that can lead. And obviously if the doctor is doing it, that that people are more willing to trust a medical professional. So I think that is going to bode really well for my team and for my growth. And I have Lori on board, who is now sharing underneath me, which is so nice to have a person underneath me again that wants to build as well. So shouting her out as well for doing all the hard and scary things as well. So that's kind of been my journey over the last, gosh, I'm coming up of 4 years, and the ebbs and the flows are real, people, but it's worth it.
Yes. Thanks so much, Danielle. Yeah, Lori, we are so glad you're here, because if Danielle hadn't kept sharing, we wouldn't have Lori. Like that's how this works. Like we just bring in all these amazing people. So thank you for sharing. And yes, the ebbs and the flows are real. And there was a time where it would have been really easy to be like, oh, just throwing in the towel, I quit. And instead, Danielle really dug deep and was like, it's worth it to rebuild. And I guarantee you this girl will be just growing and growing and growing, because now she's working with the right kind of people who want to be here and want to grow. And so it's just really exciting. So thank you so much, Danielle, for sharing. And yeah, show her some love in the comments, because yeah, she's just been doing all the things and it's just awesome to see it paying off. So stay the course, guys, right? The lesson there is like, stay the course. It is worth it. Okay. So we are talking about setting goals for the month. So if you haven't done like some goal setting yet, I want you to grab a piece of paper, grab your planner, your phone notes, whatever it is that you use, because we're actually going to take some time to work through these things, right? So number one, why set goals? Like, why do we even need to do this every month? It just like seems redundant every month. It just rolls around. It's because growing doesn't happen through magic. Like Danielle was busy. She had gymnastics going on, which by the way, her gymnastics team is amazing. It's like a super involved thing. It's like multiple hours per week. She could have been like, nope, it's a busy time, right? But she set goals and then made the things happen because she was working toward a specific goal. And we talk about SMART goals, that acronym SMART: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. Like when you actually get specific around your goals, then the things you need to do to reach them kind of reveal themselves to you. But if you don't know what your goals are, you're kind of going in the dark. You don't know where you're going. So it's taking those small steps. And like the whole Plexus campaign right now is small wins, right? Small wins in your health, small wins in your business, doing those things that work towards the bigger goal. So get out that piece of paper, planner, whatever it is. I finally hung my whiteboard, guys. It was sitting on the floor for like half a year, but now it's on the wall. So I'm excited. But get it out and write out the 4 pillars. We literally keep talking about this all the time. You probably want to like smack me in the face with your planner for saying it again, but this is like how you move the needle in your business. So those 4 pillars are recruitment, retention, duplication, and leadership development. We'll talk a little bit about each one, and you want to set a specific goal for yourself. And guys, your goal does not have to look like anybody else's goal. Okay. This is what you think you can do this month that is reasonable, right? Like that's part of the SMART, way of setting goals. It's not like I'm going to be diamond this month. No, like what is reasonable for you? That's going to be a little bit of a stretch, because we always want to be stretching that comfort zone a little bit, but it's not outside the realm of possibility. So you may need to look at where you landed last month. Okay. Like where your points landed, how many people you kind of have in your funnel right now that you're talking to. But let's take that first pillar of recruitment. Okay. Get specific. How many new level 1s do you plan on recruiting this month? And just so you guys are aware, the incentive for this month is a spa gift card, $150 spa gift card, which I think we should plan on like going spa day together. I already talked to Shannon about this, right? I'm like, earn the gift card and we'll set up a spa day. So if you add 3 this month, you get that first spa gift card. If you add 6, you get another $150. So maybe it's incentive based. Maybe you're just like, I want to go silver every month. My goal is to add 3 friends every month. Honestly, that is a great way to build to a diamond business, is just going silver every month and then helping those people go silver every month. That's that duplication piece. So figuring out how many people do you want to recruit this month personally. And if you have a team under you, how many people do you think your team could recruit this month? I would encourage you to write down that goal as well. Yes, Alicia, spa day with your team. I love it. It'd be so, so fun. So if you haven't written it down, write it down. Okay. Recruitment, figure out your goal. Retention, the next pillar. How are you going to connect with your customers? Onboard your new people. Guys, we have 61 new people that joined last month. We want to make sure that they know how to take their products, that they're added to team page, right? That's a super important thing. Plugging people into our April challenge group, which there's still time to get people connected if you haven't yet. That's all part of retention, that connection piece. You actually want to have a plan around that, because like there's kids and work and running around, all kinds of stuff. Like the whole month can pass by and we can be like, oh my gosh, I never connected with Mary. I totally forgot that like her welcome pack just got here, right? So have those new customers written down, have a plan to be onboarding them and connecting with them. That's part of your retention. Maybe there's customers that haven't ordered in a long time that you want to circle back to. That can be part of your retention plan. The next pillar is duplication. So thinking about this month, duplication, who's going to go silver? And even if you have someone who just joined, like literally they might not even have their products yet, they can go silver. Like you can be sharing the opportunity with them. You can tell them about the fast start bonuses. So I actually write on my board back here names of people that I would really like to see go silver this month. Maybe they don't even know that they want to be silver yet, but I'm going to at least like present the opportunity to them, build belief, tell them like, I'd love to help you. I know you can do this, and kind of just help them to catch on to the vision. So who's going silver? And for duplication, have you had the 2-part conversation? And I'll define that with all of your new people. And this is what Genevieve from corporate, she always tells us, have a 2-part conversation. And that's basically that you're telling people, about the products, getting them started, and asking them, the second part of the conversation is asking them or presenting the opportunity to them. Maybe saying something like, hey, are you interested in getting your products paid for? Or, hey, can you think of a few friends that would do this with you as accountability partners? Having that second part of the conversation, not just you got your products, that's great, but also just presenting the opportunity. And some people are going to say, no, I'm not interested in getting my products paid for. That's okay. But if we never put it out there, then we don't know, right? So we don't want to hold that back from anyone. And that's part of duplication. So get specific with your goals around duplication. Leadership development is that final pillar. So if you're new or if you don't have a team yet, then this becomes like, who am I actively talking to about the business, right? We want to find leaders, identify leaders. So who are you talking to about the business? Who are those people that would be amazing, that you're saying, I would love to do this with you. I think you would love Plexus. You'd love our community, or you would be just awesome at this. If you have people on your team, then who has goals? Like what people under you have goals that you're working with? How are you developing them? Have you talked to them about their goals, gotten specific with them? Okay, so that can be either developing people who want to grow or actively looking for people that you think would be amazing at this. That's that leadership development pillar. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. Does anyone want to share specific goals that you have for this month? Because I think sometimes hearing from others can be like inspiring or help kind of get the wheels turning. So anyone work through these things yet or have some thoughts as we're talking?
I can share, Britt.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I am focusing more on duplication this month with my team. I had a few people reach out last month who were looking to share with some friends. And then this month, we're super excited about the spa gift card and adding 3. So I already have a plan to add 3 myself, and then help Coralie. She wants to earn that gift card, and I've talked to 2 other ladies, almost 3, about earning it too. So I'm looking to add 15 new levels, like 1 through 4 this month. That is our big goal. So that is the plan. I'm trying to think of the other ones.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's the plan. And I have names written down of like who
Mhm.
it's who. So
Right. Yes,
working
that's
through that.
awesome. That's awesome. And having those names in front of you, like, okay, these are the people who said they want to grow this month. Like that helps you intentionally circle back to them a lot of times throughout the month, right? Like when names are on this board, I'm like, oh yeah, and like I want to talk to them, I want to connect. It just keeps it kind of in front of you. Where if it's like a one-time thing and it's like buried in my planner somewhere, then I do a really bad job. Like it's just because the days fly by of circling back. So keep those people that you're helping. And it's so fun when you're helping other people reach their goals, right? It's not just like, well, I have goals for myself. It's like, no, I have goals for other people as well. And I'm helping them. And that helps me. Like, that's what I love about this business model. So that is super exciting.
Yes. And one other thing I wanted to add is just double credits towards convention. So
Mhm.
that is like huge. I'm always super excited when they do that. And literally, like if you haven't done your like goal gap, do it, because all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, all I have to do is help 3 people go silver and you're halfway to your goal or more. So super encourage you to like take the time, just break down the numbers.
Mhm.
And it's so reachable.
Yes. Double convention credits. That's huge. And I see Coralie put in the chat, my goal is to sign up 7 and hit gold. Awesome. And so you start at that goal, right? Gold, and then you break it down. What do I need to get there? So if your goal is silver or it's gold or it's ruby, take that point value and break it down. And just remember, like every point in our virtual office is a person, right? So we think like, oh, I want to be emerald. That's 1,500 points. How are you going to get there? Are you going to develop 15 golds? Are you going to develop 2 senior rubies? Like when you think in terms of developing leaders to reach your goals, instead of just moving orders, it becomes so much more tangible and also so much more fulfilling, right? Because we want to help other people grow, not just like have loads of customers one month and, oh, I magically hit my goal. So that's fantastic. Kristen said adding 3 herself, helping at least 1 go silver. Awesome. Being more present. Yes. Love that. Shannon, I feel like you wanted to unmute and share your goals. I saw your face.
Did you really feel that way, or are you just
I
calling
felt
me out?
it. I felt it in my heart.
Okay, so I'm just putting it out there. April 3rd, we are going to re-rank Ruby this month for the first time in, I don't even know how long, Brittany, a year and a half, something crazy like that. So
More than
we're
that.
doing it this month. We've been slowly crawling in the right direction, and that's where we're heading. So my personal goal is I want to add 3 people. I'm going to earn both. We're going for both spa gift cards. We're going for like the whole
Okay.
combo of spa, whatever. I don't even know where's the spa gift card for.
You can go on like Spa Finder and pick where you want to go.
How exciting. Okay, so we are going for adding 3 and helping somebody rank up, which again, from last month, it doesn't have to just be silver, because that's what I thought it was all month, March long, was just the silver, but it's any rank. So any rank up, and adding 3 people, telling all my people for retention, going to tell all my people about the free ease from the 1st to the 15th of the month. The momentum meetup is this month, correct?
Yep.
I have to plan that, but that's on my list for retention. Duplication, I have a couple people written down for silver. Tabitha, calling you out, fast start, senior gold.
She put it in the chat.
Okay.
We're doing it.
All right,
She's
girl.
in.
That's on my list. Did you see in the chat? I already put it in there.
Oh yes, I see it now. We're going, girl. I love it. And then for duplication, just continuing to ask people to do events, chat parties, shout outs, all that good stuff. You know, do you want to get your products paid for? Do you want to have an event? However, asking it over and over different ways to get them to duplicate, to go silver, to catch the vision. Leadership, I think this month I might make my own team group instead of a group team chat. And I'm saying that out loud because I've been resistant to do it, but I feel like a group might be better than a chat for me at this point. So we're going to try that. Coaching calls with all my people, all my leaders, and a book. Everyone should have a book for leadership. So I'm going to read or listen to The Secret Thoughts of Successful Women. And I also have a whiteboard. That's why I keep looking up. I loved Brittany's idea. I did it last month and it was super helpful to just have it right in front of my face. So I highly recommend doing something like that. Even just having it on a piece of paper and hanging it on your wall or just having it on your desk was like super helpful to know all the incentives that are happening this month, all your goals, what you're going for, the people's names, just everything so simple. Cause I know me, like I sit down and I'm like, I don't have anything to do today. What am I supposed to do? And then I'm like, yes, you do. Like, it's like a defense mechanism or something that happens. It's so strange. But when you have the list, you're like, okay, these are all the things I'm supposed to be doing this month. It's a great guide and helps you. So that is it. That's all my stuff.
That was awesome. Thank you. Thank you. And guys, I love what you guys are putting in the chat and like just saying what you're going for out loud. Like something like magical happens when you put your goal out there for other people. So I would encourage you, if you have a big goal, like put it on your social media. Like it can be scary because it's like, oh my gosh, well, what if I don't hit it? What if it doesn't happen? So what, right? Like it's great. It's awesome to put your goals out there, and automatically when you put your goals out there, your personal accountability raises. You're like, oh boy, Shannon's like, I just told the whole team and this is being recorded. Yeah, I'm sweating. I just put out there that I'm going to re-rank Ruby for the first time in Shannon. I think I wanted to say it's 3 years, but I'll check, but it doesn't matter. What the point is, like, it's been a long time. So this is actually like as big a deal, if not bigger, than hitting it for the first time. Like in my mind, like having to rebuild and then re-rank it's so much more, I don't know, like it's just huge because that means like you are there and you're never going back. Like you have rebuilt to that point. Yeah. So putting those goals out there, I know it's scary and maybe you were even hesitant to like put it in the chat, but something magical happens. But the magic is accountability, right? When we put our goals out there to someone else, the accountability goes up and then we figure out how to make it happen. If you keep it in your mind and you hold your goals just like behind that protective wall, you will find excuses, you will find procrastination, you will not feel any sense of like, obligation, good obligation to make it happen. So find some way to be accountable, whether that's a call with your upline, whether that's in our business builder chat or having a sideline partner that you're chatting with or whatever. Like it's only the 3rd. You have plenty of time to set goals, communicate them, and make them happen. Okay. So as I was kind of going through, just reviewing my notes on goal setting, all that stuff, I came back to High Performance Habits. And that was a book I read a long time ago. And honestly, it's a pretty hard book to read. Like I didn't love it. I didn't love it, but I got a couple really good nuggets out of it that I wanted to like remind us of. So he tells us to increase the output that matters. It's Brendon Burchard, and he has a really cool Instagram, which is probably better. I don't know. I get more out of that than the book, but Brendon Burchard, if you want to follow him, increase the output that matters, because we waste a lot of time on things that don't really matter and don't move the needle, right? Like scrolling Instagram or like just perusing the back office without a purpose. So what's fundamental to being productive is to setting goals and maintaining energy and focus. So we just set goals, right? You set clear and compelling goals, maintain your energy, which means have fun, right? Like there's so much in our business that can be joyful and fun. We have an amazing group of ladies here. Like we can have so much fun. So maintain your energy and have focus. Stop multitasking. Okay. I do so many stupid things when I'm trying to multitask. None of us multitask well. None of us. As soon as you do something else, your brain shuts off to this. Like you cannot text your customer and listen to your spouse. Like forget it. Like I am not listening if I'm looking at my phone. There's just squirrel. Exactly. We get so distracted. So have that focused plexus time, even if it's 10 or 15 minutes. I guarantee you it's more productive to just be focused than be like all over the place multitasking. So set clear goals, maintain your energy levels, have fun, and focus. And back to High Performance Habits, he talks about finding what is your, and this is like a fancy term, but prolific quality output. And basically, what are those things that you are amazing at? Or there's other books that call it your zone of genius. Like, what is it about you that you can bring that is like your zone of genius that you are just fantastic at, that you love talking about? That's where most of your work time should be. using that zone of genius. Okay. And what stops us from doing it is procrastination and perfectionism. And we usually fall into one or both of those. Procrastination, it's just a motivation problem, right? It usually arises because we're working on things that we feel like don't matter. So we need to just find like feeling motivated and feeling like what I'm doing does matter. We're changing lives. We're sharing health and wellness with people. Okay. So it matters. That helps us stop procrastinating. And perfectionism is basically, it's just procrastination, but it's fancied up to look respectable, right? Like, oh, it just has to be so perfect. It doesn't. It's just a form of procrastination, right? So get rid of the procrastination, the perfectionism, be operating in that prolific quality output, or just that zone of genius that youiness that you bring to your team, that you really shine and your skills are able to shine through. Okay. And then I don't know if you guys remember, but I think it was last summer or the summer before, we did this summer runners group and we identified our main moves. Were any of you there for that? It was a while ago, right? So we said, like, pick your 5 main moves. Yes. Okay. You guys were there. So as I was thinking about that, it's the winning day, right? And we didn't run. Yeah, someone was like, well, I'm not a runner. I'm like, no, not running. Like, we're running together. But those main moves, those are what's on the winning day. So you don't even need to reinvent the wheel when you're setting goals. Just get out that winning day worksheet that I keep sending chat like every week and pull that out, because those are the things that move the needle, right? So you define your goal. We just did that, or you're going to sit down and do that tonight. Then pull out that winning day worksheet. Those are the things that move you towards the goal. Do a little work in each of those areas. And that's how you're going to reach your goal, right? That's how you're going to get your result. So get rid of the distraction, focus on those activities because they move the needle, operate in your zone of genius. And then last, I would just say, be willing to be accountable. Okay. So who are you running with? Who's your sideline, or who are you going to send those winning day worksheets to? Like, let's be willing to be accountable. Yeah, Shan, July 2020. Okay. So that's more like 3 years. Yeah. So crazy, Shan. I'm so excited for you. We're going to celebrate like crazy when Shannon re-ranks Ruby this month. Okay. Accountability. All right. I think that's all I have for you guys. Any last thoughts or any last goals that you guys want to throw out there? I'm going to look in the chat real quick.
This was
Victoria's
amazing.
writing down. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Alicia, and then I will.
No, I was just going to say this was really helpful. I love that we started the month this way.
Yes. Me too. I love setting goals. I think it's fun.
So I just was going to say, like, after I just shared my goal, and then Brittany I was like, oh, it's been 1.5 years. Brittany's like, no, it's been 3. I'm like, wow, it has been 3. And just like thinking back, if for anybody that has been here, like with me, with Brittany, with Victoria, all this time, maybe you weren't, maybe you started 1 year ago or 2 years ago. And just from like what Danielle started us out with, I'm going to close us with that. Like, our businesses have so many ebbs and flows. And if I would have thrown in the towel 2 years ago when I was like, Brittany, I'm never going to be Ruby again. And like, I came close many a times, but I never hit Ruby or above that for 3 years. Like, I could have been like, I'm not winning at this business. Like, I might as well just give up, but I have stuck with it. I have done the work. I've done coaching calls with Brittany. I've tried different things. New people have come my way. People have come back, like Tabitha. If everybody remembers Tabitha being with me years ago, like, she was with me, she left, went through things, and here she is again, rebuilding with me. And just not like, you're not gonna lose at this, or what's the word I'm trying to think of? Like, you're not gonna fail at this unless you choose to fail by stopping. Like, you are going to grow, and you're going to meet new people, and there's going to be new opportunities, and there's going to be things that you read in a book that you're like, light bulb moment, like, that's going to change my business, or whatever it is. As long as you keep going at it, like, you are going to grow in so many different ways, even if your points don't reflect that right away, because that was me for a very long time. Month after month, I would be like, Brittany, my points are still the same. What is happening? But now they are finally going in the right direction. So I just want to encourage you all, if you feel like this, or maybe in 6 months you run into this, I hope that you think of this call and of Danielle and me and how long it took. It sometimes takes a very long time for you to start seeing the work that you're doing actually pay off. So
Yes.
cheers
Yes.
to you all, always.
Yay. Thank you, Shannon. That is the perfect way to end. Guys, success is not a good teacher. Failure is a good teacher. So I love how John Maxwell says you either win or you learn. Like there's no losing here. Like as long as you didn't quit and you're here, because you're all here right now, you're not losing. You're either winning, growing, or you're learning. And it's in those trenches and in those points going backwards and people quitting. That's how we learn. Failure is an excellent teacher. I learned my best lessons in the year that I didn't rank Emerald and felt like I was a fake jewel and had to rebuild. Like that's where I learned the hard lesson. So I know we're over time, but that was a great way to end. Thank you, Shan. Excited for this month, excited for all these new people, the rank ups, all the great things, all the growth. Okay, guys, have a great week. Thank you for being here.